Good afternoon, Galaxy J7 Star.
Good afternoon.
Can you tell me what your name is, please?
Kareem Maddox.
Okay, I just renamed you so we know who you are in the waiting room. We are just waiting for the attorneys to join us. So I'm gonna, and it's actually scheduled at 1:30.
Okay, yeah, I just got on just not to be late.
No, that's fine. Please don't ever apologize for being early.
Hmm.
We love that.
And
Okay, I'm gonna put you back in.
I have a question. Um,
I'm not the
I
one that can answer your questions. I'm sorry.
okay,
But what I'm going to do is put you in the waiting room, and then when we bring you in, you can ask all the questions you need. Okay?
okay.
All right. Hang
Hmm.
on Good afternoon. You're muted. You need to unmute yourself.
I'm unmuted.
Thank you. And can I ask your name, please?
My name is Terrence Jerome Kent II.
And you're, hang on just a second.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you're Terrence Kent. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm just renaming you so we know who you are when we go in to get you. We're just waiting on the attorney. So if you want to, I'm just going to put you back in the waiting room. Just hang in there for a few, okay?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome, sir. Good afternoon, Rachel.
Good afternoon. How are you doing today?
I'm well, thank you. How are you?
Doing good, thanks.
Um, I do have some people checked in, but unfortunately, none of them are yours.
Oh, that's okay. I'm actually checking with my client regarding the Providence Harbor Club matter and Jayla Williams. We had some new developments, so I'm trying to clarify what the status is. And so I hopefully will be ready to go on that one soon. And I also actually need to check on the
Okay.
Country Meadows. I think I only have 2 cases, so
Yeah, you only have Williams and Macklemore.
yeah. So I'm going to mute myself. I'm going to have a quick chat with my clients, and then I'll be right back.
Okay, I'm going to bring in another attorney anyway, so I'm going to stick you back in the waiting room for a minute.
That's perfect. Thank you.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Carolyn.
Good afternoon.
Who are you here on, please?
I am here on the matter for Tuscan Manor Apartments versus Alexa DeRosia.
Okay. She is in the waiting room. Let me get the judge in here. And I will, why don't you go ahead and mute yourself and I'll get the judge in, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. You, Ms. Cohen, you were here for Alexa DeRosia, correct?
That's correct.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, ladies. Counsel, your appearance for Tuscan Manor.
Good afternoon, Carolyn Cohen, P49391, appearing on behalf of the plaintiff.
And Ms. DeRosia, is Mr. Bradford with you?
Yes, he's right here with me.
Thank you. Good afternoon, folks. So where are we at? Last week we adjourned this. I think you were working with an agency?
Yes, I tried to get the SCR from the DHS. I'm sending my paperwork, but they only offer to help so much. So, but I did get help from another program in Washtenaw County, and they said that they wasn't going to be able to help us with the apartment because there's 4 people living in a 1-bedroom, and they said that goes against laws with the heartbeat.
Okay, so you did not get any help.
Not for the apartment, no, but they offered to do another place for us. So not with the apartment.
Okay, so council, where are we at then?
I'm just gonna request a judgment.
And what's the total amount?
It's
Rent, late fees, service fees, court costs, all that.
Okay, so there's a total of $2,546. Rent is $2,235. Late fees are $150. That's $350 late fees. And costs are $161, broken down into a $55 filing fee, a $31 service of process fee, and a $75 statutory attorney fee.
All right, and the total is 2,546?
Correct.
Okay. Mr. Rocha, Mr. Bradford, do you folks agree that you owe all of that money, some of that money, or none of that money?
Some.
Okay, how much of that 2,546 do you think you do not owe?
We agree to half.
No, we're not negotiating. Why do you think you only owe half of what council thinks you owe?
Nothing in my apartment was fixed.
There was the reason there was mold. I'm allergic to mold. I expressed to Teresa and Jason as well that I'm allergic to it very much. They said that it was not mold and said there was mold around the tub. It took 3 years to get any fixes done in the apartment. Majority of my apartment was broke, and I've put multiple work orders in, and never once has they came to fix it until the other day. And Nathaniel had to fix majority of the stuff in the household.
Okay, so you quit paying rent and put that money in escrow and let the landlord know that you were going to pay rent into escrow until A, B, C, and D were fixed.
No, I never knew about escrow.
Okay, so did you at any time send a communication to the landlord that said, we're tired of this, we're not going to pay any more rent until these following items are fixed, and you listed all those items?
We didn't stop paying rent for that. We don't have any income at the moment because of the shutdown.
Okay,
But
so the reason you quit paying rent is because you were broke.
Yes.
So had you been working like you had been all along and you had the money, you would have kept paying rent.
No, because I just recently found out about escrow. I would have stopped.
When did you recently find out about escrow?
The middle of December. I don't know exactly. I don't remember what date
So
exactly.
after this action was started.
Yes. Once I found the mold, yes. That's when I looked into everything about the
All right,
tenant.
so the rents, the rental, the action was started because you weren't paying your rents and you didn't even know about the mold when that happened, but you're going to use the mold as an excuse why you shouldn't have to pay the rents, just so I follow you.
I'm
I
sorry,
just want to make sure I'm following your argument.
He's asking, you're saying that you didn't want to pay after?
You quit here. Let me try it again, Mr. Roja. You quit paying rent. Then you found out you had mold in your unit. And that's the excuse you're going to give me to say that you don't owe the money that the plaintiff thinks you owe is the mold.
I mean, it's not an excuse. I've expressed the mold is not okay to be living with 2 children.
Okay.
Especially when I'm highly
All right.
allergic. I offered to give them my allergy sheet and they've done nothing for the mold. They looked at it. Her and
Okay.
Jason both looked at it and never addressed it.
Okay. All right. So counsel,
I'd just like to add that we spoke for a long time when we were here the last time, and never did she say anything about any problems with the apartment. If when I was here on January 4th and there had been any issues, those would have been immediately addressed. But she didn't say anything until today when you asked her how she felt about the amount that she owed. Last time we were here, she was willing to pay everything and trying to get help. now it looks like she can't get help and she's gonna move and now wants to say that she doesn't owe the money.
All right, Mr. Roge, is that true? Did you mention anything to council last week when we were talking about any
And to
apartment
my
issues?
landlord, we've been
I didn't
talking
ask you about
it.
your landlord. I said,
That's
did
why,
you say
that's the
anything?
only person I've spoke to it. No, I have not spoke to
Okay,
council.
all right,
about
so
it.
here are your options. I can give you a breakout room so you can talk to council and see if you can arrive at a consent judgment that it negotiates your move out date and how much you owe. Council, I don't think plaintiff sued for money judgment on this one. I think it was possession
No, I
only.
mean, I'm just asking for possession. We can talk, I mean, listen, she's indicating she's leaving. So, and I don't think that today, and I don't, we're gonna come to an agreement about how much is owed. I don't have my client here right
Right.
now. I think, when are you vacating, Mr. Osia?
Yeah. They're trying to put the deposit down this week on the new place.
So
They
when would
haven't
you
given
move?
that date
If the deposit gets put down this week, when would you plan on moving, if you know?
by next Monday.
All right,
So
that's,
over the
By next
weekend.
weekend.
All
Yes.
right, so here, I'm gonna make a suggestion to council, and if you don't have the authority to agree to this, that's fine, just tell me. I'm gonna make a suggestion that we agree to an amount that has to be paid if you want to stay in there beyond Monday morning. This won't be a money judgment, so even if you don't pay it, they can't collect it. But if you don't move out, understand that then the Tuscan Manor Apartments can come after you for the full $2,546. Because right
Okay.
now, what I'm hearing from council, she just wants you out. If you're out Monday and they can, do their, move out procedure and get a new tenant in there, then they don't have to worry about chasing old money with you guys.
Okay.
That's something you're willing to do?
So make sure I'm understanding right by if we're not there after Monday, it's just a break.
If-
no,
if-
no, this is a possession only
Council, tell them
judgment.
what you can do. What
Okay,
are
I
you willing to
can-
agree to today?
I'm willing to agree, and also, I can't agree to less than 10 days anyway. I'm willing to agree that in 10 days, you vacate, that we won't file, obviously you vacate, we dismiss the case, okay? So if you don't vacate, then, and if you don't vacate, we'll argue about the money later. We'll argue about the money later, but I'm certainly willing to, if you think you're gonna leave by next Monday, let's adjourn it for another week, and if you're gone, I'll dismiss it.
I can do
Okay.
that. If you're willing to adjourn it, council, I can do that.
That's fine. I'll adjourn it for another week. She leaves, I dismiss it, and we argue about the money later.
All right, hold on just a minute. Let me check a date. Council, afternoons better than mornings for you?
Yeah, it doesn't, looking at my schedule are you talking about next Tuesday?
I'm grabbing a calendar right now.
Okay.
Yeah, let me just have a calendar. And you folks, you mornings, afternoons, what's worse or better?
For us, afternoons is better.
Okay.
Fine,
so
I'm
let's-
fine in the
Let's try to
afternoon.
find something in the afternoon. So we're closed on Monday. Paula, so we got that bench trial by Zoom on Tuesday afternoon. Is that a civil case? It doesn't tell me. Okay. 19th. All right, why don't we just do this one, your case next Tuesday, the 19th. Let's just do it right at 1:30 again.
Okay, and I'll make sure that if she's not gone, that I have my, my witnesses here and we can then, figure out.
Have the hearing.
We'll have a hearing, okay?
Okay, that'll work. Thank you,
Thank you.
folks. Good luck. Ollie, who's next? Willow Glen.
Good afternoon.
John, good afternoon. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you too.
Looks like we're bringing Mr. Maddox in.
Yes,
Mr.
Mr. Maddox,
was
are you
the first
there?
one.
I am.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
All right. Mr. McCausland, your appearance, please, for Willow Glen.
John McCausland representing Willow Glen.
And where are we at? What's going on with this file?
Well, currently the rent to retain possession is $2,376. There's $161 in recoverable court costs for a total amount due today, January 12th, of $2,497.
Thank you. And Mr. Maddox, do you agree that you owe all of that $24.97, some of it or none of it?
I do.
Which which one? A, B, or C?
The all of it.
You
That's
okay?
the back rent, yes.
Okay.
But
All right.
I'm the problem that I'm having is like I was in a program when I first got here, and it was supposed to be where they came in and did an inspection. And I thought they did an inspection before they gave me possession of the home, but they didn't. And right now, the carpet that's in here was in here when we moved in. And the heating, when I turn the heat on, I'm having like allergy attacks, like, and I want to pay, but I wanted to have where somebody could come and inspect the apartment like it was originally supposed to be done, so I can find out what is in here that is causing us the allergic reaction.
If Mr. Maddox wants to post the $24.97 in escrow with the court, I would have no objection to adjourning this matter for 2 weeks,
Okay, that's something that I can do.
but he's got to
Okay.
post it in escrow with the court.
All right.
I know.
And then, Mr. McCausland, will your client schedule some kind of air quality inspections? How are we going to do that?
Well, I think the air
want to make
quality,
sure we're all on the same page as far as what's going to happen.
it's my understanding that they intend to replace the carpeting, so that's not a problem.
No, it's the problem was it was supposed to be inspected by the program that I was in, and it never was. So I can't just say automatically, well, this needs to be done, or this needs to be done, or this needs to be done,
Are
because
you still in that program?
I'm not in that program anymore.
Okay.
Well, again, what I can offer to do is have that carpeting replaced. I'm not aware of an air quality problem with any of our other tenants. This may be a unique situation for Mr. Maddox.
Mr. Maddox,
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you some legal advice.
Mhm.
What I would do is let's work on the carpet issue. All right. If the carpet doesn't clean up your allergies, then what I would do is I would send a formal letter to your landlord asking them to do some kind of an air quality test. It could be you got some kind of a mold or something in your ductwork. That's not unusual.
And that's what I think it is, because when I turn on the air, it's like it's automatically, I have to heat the house. I have to heat the apartment with the oven.
And it's also possible that when your heat turns on, it probably blows a lot of air.
Right.
Right. So it might be that if we're lucky, whatever's causing you the allergy issues is in your carpet, and the furnace is just stirring all that up when it blows.
Right.
So
That's good. That could be it. But
Yeah,
like,
let's get the carpet issue. And if that doesn't fix it, then you notify your landlord in writing, because
Mhm.
ultimately, if they ignore you, and I don't think they will, but if they
Uh-huh.
ignore you, you can always stop paying them rent and start paying it into the court, into an escrow account, and say, I want this issue fixed so we can go forward in a healthy manner.
okay.
What are we going to do about the $24.97?
Well, like you said, I could. What would I do to take it up and put it in escrow with the court?
You just literally bring us that amount of money. As long as you're here on a Monday through Friday, not next Monday, we're closed for Martin Luther King, but
Okay.
9 a.m. to 2 p.m., Our security guys will meet you at the door. You tell them I'm here, that you're there to post an escrow on a landlord tenant case. They'll
Okay.
process your payment, give you a receipt that shows that the court has accepted that money from you with the
Okay.
understanding that within the next 14 days, you're going to get new carpet. If that happens, then we're going to release the money to Willow Glen.
Okay, and like I said, that I really, because my windows is another issue. Like I said, my heating bill is really high because I don't have any kind of my windows are like they're not I guess they're weathered where they don't close all the way. It's like you got a portion that's not open. That's why I was saying with the inspection, because the stuff that needs to be done, it's like I would have to write down everything, and I'm not an expert.
Mr. McCausland, is there anything in your lease agreement that would prevent him from hiring his own home inspector?
No, there would be nothing to prevent him from doing that. But I'll have them look at the windows. That's not a problem at all. But I think that he can't be saying something like, well, I'm not going to write it all down, because if he doesn't write it down, we don't know.
Right.
Yeah,
I mean, the law is real clear on that.
What the problem is that the program that you guys you dealt with Willow Glen, right? I mean, you dealt with Wayne Metro, the program that I was in, right? And you guys were supposed to be doing an inspection on this tenant, on this place, and they did not do it. That's what I'm saying. That I like I said, I could go down and write everything down, but it was supposed to be inspected already.
Well, Mr. Maddox, the bottom line is it didn't get inspected. And it's not fair to tell the landlord, you got to fix everything that's wrong when there's no agreement on what everything is. So there's nothing to stop you from contacting some agency or hiring your own private home inspector, which you can probably do for a couple $100, I would guess, especially in an apartment. Have them come through and give you a report. And then those things.
And I can do that after I can we have it with the court.
Let's nail this down. How soon can you put the 2376 in escrow with the court?
2376 plus costs.
Oh, 2497. I didn't do the total.
Correct.
Hold on 1 second. 2497. I have to go and go to my bank and get a check draft. So I'm saying, you say not Monday you're closed.
I want it done this week. You're the one that said you could do that.
Right. By the I could do it by Wednesday, because I have a check that I have to have hold it in my bank for a couple of days. But
okay, today's Tuesday, so that means between now and tomorrow at 2 o'clock.
Next week, I'll say next week Thursday.
Are you willing to wait that long, Mr. McCausland?
No, Your Honor. He's been, I mean, this is 4 months, 3.5 months rent.
You don't have to sell me.
If he can do it by Friday, I think that's reasonable.
Mr. Mattis, can you make it happen this week?
I'm not sure, but I can try to, because I just have to go to the bank and get a check for it. But I don't have a ride right now, so I will have to arrange it.
All right, Mr. McCausland, you want me to actually put this date on a new hearing on a calendar, or do you want to contact the civil department?
No, I think we should put it on the calendar.
All right.
Okay, and then if we putting on the calendar, we should put on the calendar that all these things, the things that I have a problem with, that's what I want.
No, Mr. Maddox, I just made it very clear to you. I'm not going to hold the plaintiff responsible for a blank check until somebody gives them a list.
I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take it and bring it to you guys. That's what I'm saying. It's gonna be with you guys, but I'm saying, don't they have a responsibility to do the things that they're supposed to do, right?
Well, sure. I'll agree to that.
Okay.
I'm going to contact my client immediately and have
Okay.
them work on the carpet and to check out the windows and make sure that they're properly sealing.
Okay.
But
All of
anything
that
beyond
get
that you
done?
want, Mr.
Regardless of
Maddox,
your
hold on,
posting.
Mr. Maddox. Anything you want done beyond carpet and a window inspection, you got to you got to do something in writing to the landlord.
Okay, I'll do that.
Dealing with, all we're
I'll do
dealing
that.
with right now for the 2497 is carpet and a window inspection.
And then, like I said, the heating and what's going on with it.
No,
I have to do that, right?
we got to get an inspection done.
Right. Okay.
So January 26th. Let's go January 27, which is a Wednesday. 1:30 work for you two, gentlemen?
Yep.
Give me just one brief second. January 27th on a Wednesday at 1:30 is
Correct.
just fine.
January. And that's at 1:30.
Correct. That'll be by Zoom.
Okay.
Now,
And
it'd just be helpful here.
that total is, say again,
$2,497. $2,500 minus 3.
okay, thank you.
What door should Mr. Maddox go to meet with security?
Mr. Maddox, we're still in the old building. We're not in the new courthouse yet. And it's the main doors that are on the east end of the old building. Just come to those doors. The whole wall is glass. Our security guys will see you and they'll come out and see what's going on.
Okay. Do I call first?
Nope. As long as it's between 9 a.m. and 2 p.m., there'll be somebody there to deal with you.
Okay.
Good luck.
All
Okay,
right.
now,
Thank you all very much.
Thank you,
What
Ms. McCausland.
How long is that the you guys open for business when I can bring it?
9 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Paula,
Bye,
what's next?
everyone.
We have Terrence Kent and Bruce Garrosh.
Oh. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mr. Kent.
Looks like Mr. Garrosh is not aware we're on.
Mr. Gross, your appearance for Metro Point Apartments, please.
Good morning, good afternoon, Your Honor. Bruce Gorosh on behalf of Plaintiff Metro Point.
And where are we at with this file, counsel?
I spoke with Mr. Kent. I thought he was going to be seeking some financial assistance, but we're not aware of any. There's been no EDP contact, so I guess we're really nowhere.
Mr. Kent, any update for Mr. Grosh?
Yes, sir. I had got the letter from the court on the 6th of this week and turned it in to my caseworker at MDH, Michigan Department of Health and Human Services. And I talked to him on the 8th, and he's processing my SER as we speak. I have a contact number. You can talk to my caseworker if the lawyer wanted that.
We haven't received any contact, so we haven't been asked to do anything. There's really nothing for us to do, but I guess we'd like to take a judgment today. And then if we get contacted and someone can assist him to make payments over a reasonable period of time, we'll work with them.
Counsel, what's the total due rent, service, court costs, attorney fees total? What's your total due?
Well, breaking it down, the
I
rent.
don't want it broken down, counsel. I want a total.
Okay, $2,672, Your Honor.
Thank you. All right. Mr. Kent, do you agree that you owe currently that $2,672? All of that, some
Yes,
of that,
sir.
or none of that?
Yes, sir.
All of it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you have any idea how soon that agency is going to get things going for you?
I talked to him Friday, and he asked for some paperwork, which was the notice to appear, which I got on the 6th. I gave that to him, and he said he'd get back with me. He said he's processing the paper, the claim as we speak.
Okay, I'm gonna suggest you might want to be the squeaky wheel guy that makes a couple phone calls and gets something going. Are you willing to enter into a consent judgment with Metro Point today? That says you agree that you owe that money, $2,672, and that you're gonna come up with that money within the next 10 days, or they're entitled to come to the court and go forward with the eviction.
10 days. I wish I could get more time than that. I don't have no unemployment. My unemployment here is, I mean, I can show you a picture. I got a call meeting on Tuesday of next week, the 19th.
I wish you luck on that. Counsel, are you in a position that you can give him more than 10 days on that consent judgment?
Well, my preference would be we enter it with the 10 days, and if Mr. Kent or his assistants can give us reason to extend it beyond that, we're happy to, or we could go a few extra days beyond that now if the court would prefer, but I'm not really hearing a reason to extend it because we really don't know what, if anything, they're going to do.
Right. Well, counsel, if I gave him 10 business days, that gives him till the 27th. That's quite a long time since the 8th, when he spoke to the agency.
Okay, we can do that.
Mr. Kent, you agree?
To the 27th of this month, sir?
Yes, sir. That's actually 2 weeks from tomorrow.
Yes, I got, yes.
All right. And what counsel's telling me is that if you can at least get some kind of a commitment from the agency, then Metro Point will probably work with you there. I mean, without actually money in hand, if you just got some paperwork that said they're on board and they're processing your claim.
Okay, no problem.
All right. So I'm going to make this suggestion. Let's do this as a consent judgment, which means you fellas agreed to this and I just signed it to make it legal. Mr. Kent, do you have an email address that you're willing to share with Mr. Garage?
Yes.
All right, here's what I'm going to suggest. Counsel, you prepare the consent judgment, send it to Mr. Kent. Mr. Kent, you look at it. If it matches what you think we agreed to today, then you just send an email back that tells Mr. Garage he can sign for you. That way he can sign your name and his name, send it to the court, and that way I get my hands on it to process it a little quicker than sending it through the snail mail.
No problem.
All right, go ahead and give us your email.
tjkent100@yahoo.com.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Kent. I will have it to you probably within the next 30 minutes. Just two things though, Judge.
Yes, sir.
One is, as you know, I'm required by 4.201 to explain to Mr.
Yep.
Kent, because we're doing a consent, that Mr. Kent, you have 3 days from today's date to come back to the court and ask the court to cancel out this consent agreement that we're entering into. It can't be because you changed your mind. There has to be a legal reason, such as I lied to you about something. I'm required by court rule to tell you that. Okay, do you understand that?
I understand.
Do you have any questions about that?
No, sir.
Okay, and secondly, Judge, once I have the consent from Mr. Kent, what email address should I forward it to at the court?
Civil Department.
Civil Department. Okay,
Thank you, gentlemen, and good luck.
thank you, Judge.
Thank
Have
you.
a good day.
Paula, who's next?
We have Rachel Dornbush with Palace Law. The client is Jayla Williams, Jala.
Good morning, counsel.
Good afternoon, Judge.
Oh, it's always morning somewhere.
I wish I was someplace where it was morning, assuming that place has a beach and sunshine and 90-degree weather.
Yeah, it's kind of gloomy out there right now.
It is. It's pretty gross.
All right, and you are Jayla Williams, correct?
Yes, I am.
All right, good afternoon. Counsel, would you put your appearance on the record for Providence Harbor Club?
Absolutely, Your Honor. Rachel Dornbush, Palace Law, P78301, on behalf of the plaintiff.
All right, we've adjourned this hearing a couple times for Ms. Williams to work with a EDP. So where are we at?
Your Honor, I've received information today confirming that Ms. Williams will qualify for assistance under the eviction diversion program, taking into consideration the required landlord waivers and the amount of assistance that Ms. Williams has qualified to receive. I do show a balance remaining of $1,004.58. So at this point, it's just a matter of finalizing a conditional dismissal. I believe Ms. Williams had indicated perhaps to her caseworker at Wayne Metro that she was going to be able to pay that balance by January 31st. Unfortunately, that's a Sunday. So,
You want us to set it for an in-house review the first week in February?
well, I was going to propose putting together a conditional dismissal, and I'm going to send that over to the property Providence. And if Ms. Williams can stop by, review it, sign it, and then I can submit it to the court, we should be able to resolve this.
Good.
I would say if the court is inclined, could we adjourn this one final time for a week to get that finalized and submitted? I don't want this one to slip through the cracks, and I'm afraid that if we don't have a date pressing on us, then
Yeah,
something
let's go 2 weeks.
Okay,
Let's go to the 27th.
that'll do. I just want to make sure that we actually get this finalized before any potential program money runs out, and that we actually
Sure.
follow through with submitting the agreement.
All right, Miss Williams, that work for you? 1:30 on the 27th? That's a Wednesday, not a Tuesday.
Yep, that works for me. I have one question though.
Go ahead.
Regarding the amount that I owe, since they did say they wanted that amount on the 31st, would I have to have that payment then, or are you guys gonna give me time after that court date to pay it?
Ms. Williams, I've got a phone number here. I've got two different ones. One ends in 2072 and one ends in 3473. Which one is the best number to reach you at?
The 734 is the 8007.
You know what? I don't have that number here.
Either do we.
If Ms. Williams, if you don't feel comfortable putting that out over YouTube, I don't know if you want to.
Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. I'll stop the live recording.
All right.
All right, I paused the recording. Go ahead, Miss Williams.
734-883-8007.
Very good. Ms. Williams, what I'll do is I'll give you a call. We can discuss final terms for this,
Okay.
and we'll go from there.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you, ladies. Good luck, Miss Williams.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, bye-bye.
Miss Dornbush,
Yes.
the other one hasn't called in yet, Mr. McElmore. He has not checked in.
So we've received some information from Wayne Metro on that case regarding EDP. There has consistently been some issue with the numbers that Wayne Metro is sending over. It does look like the tenant qualifies for assistance under the eviction diversion program, though. So I don't have an objection if we could adjourn this one to the same date. My client
Sure.
is following up with Wayne Metro to try to get some clarification on how they reached the figures they reached. And I would propose then perhaps we can do a conditional dismissal and submit it to the court once we get
Done.
clarification.
That's fine. Perfect.
Awesome.
Thank you, counsel.
Thank you, Judge. So 127 at 1:30 for that one as well.
Correct. Enjoy your day.
Thank you. You as well. Bye-bye.
Okay, Judge, now you do have that juvenile, so why don't you leave your, okay. Oh, that's right. I was going to do that too because of the Zoom.